Hey Stone, how are you doing, buddy? We're thinking about you. And I made this video for you because I'm going to teach you today how to sew leather because I know you're going to have some extra time while you're recovering from your surgery. So I hope your surgery went well. We're praying for you every day and thinking about you. Thanks for being such a good friend to Scout. You're his first buddy at US, and so you're super, super special to us. And we just are hoping that everything went awesome with your surgery and that you're feeling great. So while you're in the hospital recovering, we've got some crafts for you. So I don't know if you knew this, but I make purses. That's my job. And one of the first things I ever designed out of leather is these little adventure pouches. Even before Scout was born, I was a kindergarten teacher and I made these for my students. So we're going to sew it up together and it's going to look like this. We're going to do sewing all on the sides and then we're going to put a necklace coming out of the top. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to do that. Now, I haven't made one of these in a while. So are you ready? Let's do it. Okay, so the first thing you need, I'm going to send all the materials in this box for you, okay? The first thing you're going to need is string. And the way that I measure that string is I use my arms. So maybe your mommy and daddy could do it because their arms are probably about the length of my arms. I put in the tip of my fingers. Here, let me scoot back so you can see. And I stretch it way out to my other tip of my fingers. And that should be about enough, okay? So have your mommy or daddy stretch tip to tip and fingers. You're gonna cut it. Okay, now the funny thing about the stitch we're gonna learn today, it's called a saddle stitch. And when you do it, you have to sew with 2 needles. So everybody always thinks that's very interesting. So this is a pack of needles I'm gonna send for you. I have to open them up, sorry. They're really taped up here. Okay. I saw some of your cool drawings that your mom showed me of your football players, and I thought that was awesome. They're so realistic. It's amazing, Stone. Okay, so here, what we're gonna do, these have a big, it's called a eyelet. You're gonna take your string and you're gonna lace it through the eyelet. Okay, you can lock your thread onto the eyelet so it doesn't pop off by taking your needle. It's a hand sewing technique called saddle stitch. You're gonna take your needle and you're gonna pop it through the thread like that. And then you pull it down and that will lock your thread onto the needle. You don't have to do that, but it'll help you from having to keep putting your needle back on the thread. Okay, now we're gonna do it to the other side because like I said, we're gonna sew with 2 needles. It's pretty silly. Okay, you're gonna go like this. Ready? Thread it through. Again, you're gonna poke the needle through the thread. Because it's a nice thick waxed thread, you can just go right through it. You'll pull it down and look, it's locked on there. It can't fall off. Are you ready to sew? Here we go. Now, what you're gonna do, this is a green one. I sent red ones, blue ones, and I even sent some alligator stamped ones. And there's some necklaces in there so you can turn them into necklaces. My boys wear them and they put like, you know, any kind of cool stuff they find, like rocks or, you know, to put some shark teeth in there. So what you're gonna do, first you're gonna go through the top holes. Ignore these big holes. See those big holes? That's where your necklace is gonna go later on. We're gonna go through the top hole. It doesn't matter which side you start on, so don't stress out about that. The top hole on the pocket on the front and the top hole on the back. Okay, now you're gonna go through your hole and meet your other needle. So you're gonna go 50% of the way. You're gonna go halfway. So your needles line up and it's halfway. Okay. Now, we're going to do a double stitch through there. So when we double stitch on the other side, it's going to match. So you're gonna go through that same hole that you already did. See it? Go through there again across. Pull it and get it nice and pretty like that. And then you're gonna do that with the other side too, so it doubles. Okay. All right, now we have prepared our threads. You're gonna wanna make them nice and neat. Line them up. Okay, we are ready to sew. You ready? Now we're gonna start to make X's on here. So you're gonna go through, you can go through the back or the front, doesn't matter, depending on which needle you use. And then you're gonna wanna like use your finger to get it to go diagonal across the leather, okay? You could keep going with that one a couple of times if you want, or you could pick up your other needle and make an X. Doesn't really matter. Okay. I guess this isn't technically a saddle stitch. We'll do a saddle stitch on the wallet I'm going to teach you later. But this might be a version of a baseball stitch. I actually don't know what this exact stitch is called. But you're going to just keep wrapping it like that with your one thread. Now, the way I usually do it is I'm going to come back and I'm going to make those X's. So I take my other thread and I'm going to catch up. I'm going to go through that hole, my other needle, and you're going to get it there, and you want to just really slowly use your finger and get the X to line up on the crease, okay? Get it nice and tight so it doesn't wiggle later. And you're going to go ahead through here. Just keep on going with it. Okay, we're getting some X's. Keep on going. All right, I'm going to get you the idea, and then we'll probably fast forward this video, and I'll catch you on the tie off in the end, okay? All right, so ready? So here's what we're looking like, Stone. It's going to look like that on the back, that on the front, and that on the side. Super fun. And then I'm going to go all the way. I'm going to take one needle, maybe go 4 or 5, then take your next needle and go 4 or 5, and then I'm going to catch you right here. Ready, set, go. Okay, hey, Stone, we're all at the final step here. So if you've got that on that side, you see there's 2 lines across the top. We're going to do that on this side too, but it's going to tie our knot. So you're going to go through with one of the threads and make a straight across line, a parallel line, okay? But you're going to tuck your needle inside between the 2 layers, like this. See that? So you're going to pull your needle inside because that's where you're going to create your knot. So you're going to have this kind of flat line there. Okay, pull everything nice and tight. And then we're going to do the same thing with the other needle. So both of your needles are going to end up inside. So you're going to cross over and you're going to go inside. Okay? So this is how it's going to look. It seems tricky, but it's pretty simple. You're just going to get both needles inside, and that will create those 2 straight lines across the top. Then you've got these 2 threads in here. You're going to take them, and I might have made my threads a little too long, so you can make them shorter if you want. You're going to tie a knot as tight as you can. Let me angle this down. Okay, I'm going to say hi to Coco. Hi, Coco. She's my sidekick. She's wherever I am. Tie it as tight as you can. Okay, 1 time, and then you're going to go 2 times. All right, now, I don't know. They're going to let your mom and dad use a lighter in the hospital, but that's the next step. So you're going to get this really nice tight knot way deep down in there. And then I'm going to send you with these mega scissors because they can cut leather easily. But this is, you're just going to cut the string. Cut it about 1/4 of an inch. Okay? It's going to look like this. And now, the last step, you don't have to do this step. But if you want that knot never ever to come out, you're going to want your mom and dad to burn it with a lighter at home. Later, maybe. You're going to take those threads and you're just going to do a little flame. And it will melt your threads so they never ever come undone. Okay? And you just tuck them in. That's it. This guy's done. But you can put a cord on it. So I still need to cut these cords for you. I started doing it at work. It was taking me a while because someone else was using the machine, so I couldn't get it set to the size that we needed. So what you're going to do, you're going to go through and actually you're going to make it go from the inside of these leather cords. Okay? And then you'll take your other side and go from the inside like so. And you're going to pull that across. Okay? So you got this. Now, depending on how long you want your necklace to be, I kind of like it to hang down here because it's an adventure pouch. You can close it up at this point. It's a button stud is what that piece of metal is called. And you're going to take your necklace and just get an idea where you want it. I think right here is pretty cool. All right. So I'm going to remember that with my fingers on the back. And then I'm going to do a knot here. The way I do this knot, I put my finger in the middle, loop around, hold your finger in position, right? And then you'll pull both of those strings through. Okay. Now we need to clip. Like I said, I'm going to send these fancy dancy leather scissors for you. You'll do a clip and a clip. And look at that, Stone. You have made an adventure pouch. All right. Cool.